Hi, I'm Allison for Leading Edge Dog Show Academy, and today we're going to talk about slip chains, how to make a slip chain into a collar, also how to attach your slip chain to a leash that doesn't have a clip. So here we go. So first of all, there's lots of different slip chains out there. They come in different sizes, different shapes, different colors, different materials, right? So this is a slip snake, but it doesn't really matter. Your chain is going to arrive to you like this, or perhaps just like this in a ball. And how do you make it into a collar? So we have one ring at one end, and you're just gonna push the chain through that ring until it makes a collar, and the other ring will stop it. Now, one thing I have noticed with these, especially the snake chain, not so much the slip chain, is sometimes one end is a little bit harder to get through than the other. So even though on this chain, this end, like here's the ring, and I push the chain, kind of like threading a needle, but the thread's attached through the ring, and I have made a collar. If it was a cloth collar, this one still even has the tag on it, same thing, you know, it arrives, it's not round, it doesn't attach to anything, and you're simply going to put, you know, here is the ring, and I'm simply shoving a little section through the ring, pulling it through with my fingers until it forms a collar. Okay, so that's how we do that. So obviously, if you have a leash with a clip, you then would clip the leash, you know, onto the ring. But I usually recommend that a lot of our show dogs are shown on these leashes without a clip. That way you don't have to worry about the clip interfering in you showing your dog. So whether your slip leash is made out of like some kangaroo leather, or it's a Resco, or it's made out of nylon like this one, you're gonna have a handle end, and at the other end, you are going to have a smaller loop. It looks like a smaller handle, essentially. You're gonna slip the small handle just halfway through the ring, small handle halfway through. Then you're gonna take the other end and you're going to slip it through that small handle part. You're gonna pull it all the way through so that now you have the small handle part wrapping around this ring, right? So that's really important. You can pull it nice and tight, you can massage it, you can do whatever you want. Then when you're making this a collar, obviously there's only one end that you can slip the chain through the other ring. You're not gonna slip it through this ring, right? Because that won't do you any good. You're gonna slip it through the opposite ring. So one ring has the leash attached, the other ring, you fed the collar through, it looks like this. And then when we slip it over little Fifi's head here we go, right? We have the slip collar going around the dog's neck. Then we have the leash attached to the other ring, bada bing, bada boom. We have made a slip collar. So if you want to look at it and pretend that my hand is Fifi's head, we can see it going like this. And of course, you know, when it's not on your dog, you might find that it falls apart like this. You could take this leash off if you wanted to, but there's kind of no real sense. Like I like to kind of have one for each dog so I know what's going on. And that is how you do it. So, you know, we see, even though we have a martingale, on the martingale, it's very important that you understand that part of this martingale goes around our dog's head, and then the other part is attached to our lead in that same way. This is a kangaroo lead, right? And over here, like this is a much older leash that we've just always left attached to our collar. Same thing, no matter what our collar looks like, we're gonna have a ring. We're just gonna push that collar through to make the slip collar. So the next time your collar arrives and you're wondering what to do with it or how to make it into a slip collar, just remember you're gonna have two rings. One ring attaches to the leash. The other ring, you are just simply feeding the collar through it to make your slip collar. There you go, Fifi. So your collar is going to arrive and it's just gonna look like a snake, like, you know, one long thing. And you are going to notice that it has two rings right? So you take one ring and you simply feed the excess collar through that and then pull it until the other ring acts as a stopper, and you have made a loop or a collar, or technically a slip collar. And it doesn't matter what your leash is made out of. Here we have a brand, a nylon one, still has the tag on it, same thing. It has 2 rings. You're gonna choose one ring and you're just gonna push the collar through that ring and pull it all the way through. The label or the other ring acts as a stopper, and you have therefore made your slip lead. And again, it might come undone like this, and then you just do that each time you're gonna use it. Now, if you also have a leash that does not have a snap on it, right? So this one is a leash, a show leash, nylon leash designed to work with that slip collar, but it doesn't have a snap. So a lot of people, myself included, prefer a leash with no snap, right? So when you look at your leash, it kind of looks like it has a big handle and a little handle, might be a good way to describe it. So we know the big handle is for us, and the little handle is to be attached to our collar. So we have the ring of our slip lead and we have the little handle. We put it partway through, right? And then we're gonna take the actual handle of the lead and thread that all the way through. And you don't wanna just leave it like that, right? You wanna make it nice and tight around that ring. And over time it gets a little bit tighter as it gets worn in. And then again, like at the other end, this has stayed a collar from the last time we did it. So here it is, right? But if this, fell out and wasn't a collar, obviously at this point, we're not threading the collar through here, because if we do, right, if we thread the collar through here, this isn't gonna do anything, right? So you need to thread the collar through the ring that has nothing else with it. So the ring that is all by itself, you feed the collar through, pull it through. You have a slip lead that would slip, if this is your dog's head, over your dog's head, and then release.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching today's video. Please leave us a comment below, let us know what you thought, and as well, if you have any ideas for future content that you'd like to see, you can put them down there as well. You can head over to leadingedgedogshow.com where you can find our free, premium, and subscription content, and we'd love to have you join us there. As well, don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on those notifications, that way you never miss another free video tutorial. That's it for today. Thanks for watching.